No matter where you go, remember the road that will lead you home.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Let's Get Real. Let's Get Real is a show that provides viewers with insightful conversations through life experiences. Before we go any further, please hit the subscribe button so you'll be the first person to know when I upload anything new. Today's special guest is none other but the principal engineer of Effiom Dynamics, Mr.Effiom. Mr.Effiom, thank you for being in the show. I appreciate you coming out. So Calvin, I kind of noticed that you do have a British accent, which tells me you migrated here. So where were you living before coming to the U.S.?
Okay, I'm currently an American. I have an American passport. I was born in Sierra Leone. I did a decade in England, studied at the University of East London. That's where I did my electrical engineering. And now I work in the US. I don't know, I sound like an American.
No, he doesn't sound American. He sounds more,
more American.
No, more British. Tell me about the day you decided to walk away from corporate America.
All right, it was on a Friday, the 15th of January 2015. I basically got fired. Before that, I've had this conviction. It didn't make sense where I worked for someone, was bringing my own contracts, getting all my work done. Basically, he's getting paid and then he's paying me a percentage of what I was bringing in for him. Makes no sense. But I didn't have the balls to make that move. It is extremely hard.
Right.
So we decided to part ways. And on Friday, I was told it's not gonna happen anymore. And then I remember leaving the office, went to one of my clients' office and saying, hey, I've been fired. And he was like, yeah! Right. Right.
Interesting.
So I was straight off, I left his office. I went to Best Buy, bought my own computers and everything I needed to start my own business on Monday. So Friday I was jobless and Monday Effiom Dynamics started.
Oh my God, just like that.
What I'll tell you is the most horrible days of my life, those 3 days. Just bought a house.
Friday to Sunday.
To Monday.
To Monday, I'm sorry.
To Monday. You just bought a house, you got family, and men, we pride ourselves on how we can provide for our families.
Right.
And then to sit down and no, I can't. You've got 2 young kids, a wife, a mother, all looking up to you. You don't have a job. And I was in the middle of a construction process as well. So I remember walking up to the guy and told them, stop immediately. Wherever you are, let's just stop all that. Started my own business on Monday, called all my clients, and my previous employers were kind enough to let me keep my clients in contact. Unfortunately for them, I was the only one with the skills and the expertise to do what I was doing there. So they couldn't even keep the services. Started on Monday, and it's been good ever since. Tough decision.
Right.
It is painstaking hard. I mean, if it was easy, everyone would do it.
During those 3 days, you already made up your mind and that this is what you were gonna do. And let's say you had, started and this didn't work out for you. What were you gonna do?
Okay, one thing I know about humanity is we all have temperaments. Meaning you are you, I am me, and we all approach life differently. I can't come. In fact, that's why we have conflicts. I have to try to get you to think like me and maybe there's a problem. So if that had failed, the reason I mentioned the temperament, I was trying to go into my character and my approach to things. For example, growing up from school, I always wanted to be an engineer. I always wanted to be an electrical engineer. I put no eggs on no other basket. From 3, electrical engineering, college, electrical engineering. I came out, electrical engineering. Like, I didn't even, which is another thing that I think is good. We all have 50 different resources and we master nothing. Just want to do this, no, you try that, you do this, you do. Plant. If you put a plant here, You have to leave it there for 10 years. If you keep moving it from here to there, it never grows. You have to focus. If you neglect the rest, focus on your dream, put everything in it. In due season, in time. I had no other basket. I had no alternative.
Wow.
I had nothing. My hope in God, in my career, is never failed. Let's get it in. I had no alternative.
So there wasn't gonna be any other way.
No plan B.
So even if you had failed, you're gonna try again and keep trying until you get it right.
It was it.
Yes, so.
It was it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, thankfully it worked out the way you had planned, because it's not always things work out the way you planned. So I mean, I'm very proud of your achievement. And what challenges have you faced? Because I'm sure you would have faced a lot. I just decided that this is it. I'm gonna transition into something new. And without knowing the unknown, even in America, you need that constant source of income. So I can't imagine what was going through your mind at that time, just saying that, okay, I'm gonna leave others and I'm gonna start something new.
Something I forgot to mention was I was doing it on the side. So I had a permanent job, but I was doing temporary stuff on the side, but it wasn't like my whole dependence of work. And so it was shifting from like what's the word? It's like a side hustle and making the side hustle a permanent hustle. What was your question again?
The challenges you faced along the way.
It is the most difficult thing I have embarked on, being in business on your own. It is difficult, it is hard. It involves a lot of sacrifice.
Sacrifice. What is the sacrifices you make?
Meaning, in life, to get an area of your life to prosper, you have to suppress other areas of your life. It's like a skill. You let go of preference. Right. Priorities change. You really work harder when you're business of your own than you work for an employee. I do 16 hours a day like it's nothing. It's fun.
Oh my God, 16 hours, and we barely get to do 8 or 9 and we're complaining.
Yeah, it is hard. The challenges are major. Sacrifice is one of them. Dedication.
That's it, dedication.
Dedication. You have to be dedicated.
You have to be disciplined, I'm sure.
Discipline is right there. Everything in life is discipline. Maintaining a family is discipline.
I'm sure.
Running your own business is financial discipline. You have to, the money have to be there. And remember, an employer pays everything. Your medical insurance and the whole lot, they take care of it.
And now you have to. That burden now is just shifted on you.
Responsibility.
Wow.
It is, the challenges are there. One thing I can tell you though, meeting all the business owners, these guys are the best. I'm telling you, if you meet a business owner out there, they're just awesome. I had a client where I just started my business on Monday. He heard of me and he contacted me, gave me a few projects to do. And he asked me, do you have a business insurance? I said, no, I just started 2 days ago. And then he went, contact this insurance provider. They're gonna give you a quote, add the quote to my contract and I'll pay for it. I don't even know.
Oh my goodness.
There are good people out there where the mere fact they know you're in business of your own, they're just willing to help. In fact, that's how it works.
Wow.
You help others, you get helped.
Yeah.
You get others, you get helped.
Yeah.
So he was awesome. I worked for him for a while, and then we went our separate ways. We're now working together in different projects.
Okay.
But there are awesome people out there. In terms of challenges, talked about discipline, talked about sacrifice, hard work.
Hard work, yeah, hard work.
And I love to say this, financial discipline. I was going to talk, because running a business is about making money.
Exactly. Exactly.
You have to understand that, but my focus in my business is the service. If you do the service, the customer comes. Like, people pay for a service. They don't pay you because they know you. They don't give you money because they like you, because of what you look like. I need something done. I want to pay for that service. Can you offer? I don't come with my primary goal is to render a service, and my second goal that my clients are quite aware of is I try to reduce their headache. Like, they have so many things on them. I don't try to be an additional headache,
Right.
but to reduce that headache. I have a few clients that they don't even want to see me. They give you the job, you get it done, we pay
And then
you.
that's
I don't
because
want to get no
you know what you're doing, you know your craft. If you're good at something, make sure you give it your best. You have to go above and beyond,
above and beyond.
you know? And so that's what gets you to where you are today. So I want to go back a little bit. Tell me about the day you walk up to your wife and say, I'm doing this, because I'm sure she might be thinking this is ridiculous. This is crazy. How are we gonna do this?
Women, love's been provided for. Women they enjoy the comfort and all that, but it is scary to everyone.
And that's scary to me right now.
It is.
I'm freaking out because it's something I can never do. So
It is.
I dug my hat out to you for taking that step, and giving people that confidence. That
One of the gifts I have is to approach a headache like my Goliath head on.
Mm-hmm.
For example, I don't have a job. I'm not going to come to you and sugarcoat it. I've been fired. I don't have a job. I'm not even sure what's going to happen, but this is what I plan to do.
And that was how you deliver it? Oh my God,
yeah.
that delivery was
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm not good at sugarcoating stuff. I have to let you know the reality, because that's what I believe in. If you don't face your giants, you'll never conquer them.
Exactly.
Again, I was entering into territories that none of my relatives in it. It was new.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
In terms of that's how I notified my wife, and my game plan.
Yeah, it's always good to have a plan.
Game plan, right? However, I wasn't asking for her opinion. I was notifying her.
So you had already made up your mind at that point.
I was doing it on the side and I was making some decent income, but what you practice is what you get good at. What I mean is, we are so used to working for someone.
Yeah.
If you're not cautious, you get stuck in it.
Doing it, yeah.
It takes hell on earth to come out of it. It is comfort.
Yeah.
Working for an employee, you don't have the headache.
Yeah.
You do your job, you get paid, and you're out.
And you're out. Yeah.
Life is easy that way. As an employer or as someone who runs their own business, you don't take care of it, it doesn't get taken care of. It is there. If it was easy, everyone would be doing it. Everyone wants to do it, but no one has the guts.
And that's what sets you aside.
Well,
Everyone else, because I can tell you right now, I'm not that brave.
it is a brave
and enough to do that.
And it has a curve. There's always a drop because it's a learning process. You go down. Everything is going to go down initially.
So were you prepared?
No. I started a business with zero, what's that thing called? Capital. I had nothing.
Oh my God.
Zero. That's what I'm saying. Talk about step in faith, it was zero. No capital. I wasn't prepared. I had the urge. I was doing it on the side, but zero. Like zero.
Oh my goodness.
Right.
So it's just walking away from that and not knowing where you are heading. Because again, having your own business, now you have to talk about customer, like where the customer are going to be coming from. How did you overcome that part? Because again, you were just doing, the side hustle. It wasn't you with the contract. It was other, you were.
Yeah. Customer base. How
How did you get your customers?
I have a friend, Tamba. He's a good lad, good guy. He always mentioned this. I'm a man of faith. I'm a believer in Christ. And he always mentioned this. The way you operate in, you definitely have a higher power seeking your interest.
So someone was looking out for you.
Yeah, I went into business on faith, and I was just believing God for provision. And again, believing and doing what He says. Because half of the time we believe and we don't do what He says. So I made sure my faith was in God and God alone to provide for my family. And one thing I understand is, I don't make money or I don't prosper at my job because of what I do or how educated I am. I usually add the grace factor to it. I believe God is the provider, He provides for me, so I do what He says. In terms of client-based, at the moment I'm using word of mouth. I do a good job for a few people, and they're happy with my job, they have a conversation, they tell someone else, and they tell someone else. And I got to a point where I had to limit my clientele, limitation. I have to know my capability and my capacity because I want to deliver a good product. So I cannot overchew because of money and don't deliver. So I have a few clientele, I maintain them, we have a good relationship, and I try to deliver my best. That's all the good side. I have had a few downsides. I've made some mistakes that have cost me money. I've made some stupid decisions. I've had arguments with clients. In terms of discipline, when you will be, half of the time what's the word? Kissing ass. I ain't gonna kiss no one's ass. You will kiss ass. Because as much as I am a client, there are occasions where I have other people where I am the, so what am I using? I'm the client. I am the, what's to say, like the owner, or I have people working for me. So I work for people, I have people working for me. So one thing I know about business people is you pay, you say. I'm not going to pay you and you tell me what to do. It doesn't work that way.
Exactly.
So when they pay you, they instruct you. Sometimes some of my clients, they don't get paid that well. Some of them are low end stuff, but they are paying you. They tell you what to do. You have to be humble enough to receive instructions from someone younger than you, someone not as educated as you are. Servitude, humility. These are some characters that you need as a business owner to survive.
So people out there that are looking, Kevin is giving you all the tea how to be successful. So use these tips to your advantage. Kevin, my next question was gonna be, what advice would you give to someone that's thinking of leaving corporate America?
Again, my mindset is based on businesses or business understanding, say $1 million and less. Because if you're trying to run a $50 million business, you shouldn't be getting advices from me. You should be listening to someone who runs a $50 million business or more. So I'm a small business owner, possibly working for myself. I do hire subcontractors when needed. So my advice is based on that bracket. Let's just get that straight. If you want to start a business and you want to run a $100 million business, you should be talking to someone who runs a $200 million. It's like level 1, level 2, level 3. If you want to run a level 2 business, seek someone. So if you're looking for something under $1 million, reasonable enough, we can have a conversation. In terms of advice, of where or what would I advise you? Every time I talk to someone in the business world, like my peers, the concentration is servitude. You have to offer someone something. Like, you got headache. What you need is a pill to fix headache. You don't have a headache and buy a new shoe. Right. So someone has to be in need. It's like having a wife. I need a wife. If I needed a mother, I have a mother. If I needed my wife's cousin, I have a... I have expectations of my wife. I expect you to come in and add value to my life. Not just come in and stand. Take. Twat. And then you should squat. I forgot the word. Oh, shoot. Twerk.
We don't want no twerking.
And expect you to be like, what are you going to teach my kids? Servitude, expectation. I need this service. So that's what my money is going for. I don't want to hear about your mother's problem, your dad's problem, your auntie's problem. I need a service rendered. So if you want to go into business of your own, offer a service that is needed by that person. Another advice is, business is about making money. What's coming in should be more than what's going out, or else you're not going to see it. You can't have more going. It does.
Good point. Very valuable.
You can't. And you have to get that. That's where the discipline comes in. Money is a horrible thing. Money is neutral. It depends on who's handling it. You can use it for a good thing or bad thing. So it's a neutral platform, but you have to be smart with it. Half of the time we're broke because we have more going than we have coming in. You have to keep that balance. So that's the second advice, financial if you're not financially disciplined, you're not going to make it in the business world. It doesn't work. Another thing you face is temptation.
How have you dealt with that?
That's what you mentioned, discipline. Discipline is, I wake up 4 o'clock every day, whether my alarm is set or not, the system is programmed to wake up.
4 o'clock?
Yeah. I have no reason to wake up at 4, I wake up at 4.
So used to it.
You should control you, not the other way around.
Right.
That's why half of the time, like I said, I'm a man of faith. God doesn't bless you until He disciplines you first, because discipline maintains the blessing.
Yeah.
You can't buy your son or daughter a car. You love them that much, you would love to, you can, but they're not yet mentally ready for it. So until someone is mentally ready for something, you can't handle the blessing.
So you have to want it as much as you put it in. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and that's where the sacrifice comes in. If you want to be successful in business, you have to sacrifice some personal things. Temptation is one of them. That's why I said money is neutral. You will be tempted to spend foolishly. You will be tempted to do things you're not supposed to do. Because life does not want us to succeed. The world is against us. So you have to elevate your mindset. This is the world. You have to elevate your mindset to a point where you can't be fooled. People will come at you with scheme. You become a target. You don't become human when you're in business, because everyone wants stuff from you.
Yeah.
You have to manage and maintain. So you have to look at someone in the face and say no.
That's
Hurt
tough.
their feelings. They will curse you out.
That's tough.
No.
That's tough.
That's why employers fire you. They don't even care about how you feel.
Yeah.
They care about their account.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
know?
Yeah, that's true. So you have to have that same kind of mentality going into
That's why sometimes I
business.
say some people are horrible. No, they have risen above your feelings. You have to let your mindset, your business, your priorities, your goals run your feelings, not the other way around. The moment your feeling runs it, your feelings run that,
That's it.
you're in trouble. What's the other thing I would think of? Fear. Fear is one of the biggest obstacles someone can face.
And you dealt with it well.
Fear.
Because a lot of people can't, it's not something we can overcome. It's not easily,
I had a conversation with you the other day and I said, if your dream is not big enough to scare you, it's not worth it. It's not a dream. Like, you should have so big a dream it should scare you. Then you go for it. You don't have a dream to go buy Chipotle. That's easy. Right. You don't have a dream to go Starbucks. That's easy.
Yeah.
Have a dream to buy $1 million jet. If it
So
doesn't scare you,
dream big. Just the advice to young people. This just shows that African, professionals or people that are coming up, try to think big. Don't be scared to fall. I mean, that's what's gonna take you to your destination. So as we just had from Calvin's story, this is so inspiring. He has the gut and he did what he wanted and it worked out for him. So I mean, don't be scared. Reach out to Calvin directly for some mentorship, or you have any questions whatsoever that might be going through your mind that wasn't answered in this show, you can reach Calvin at.
don't reach out. I'm busy.